Hello, welcome to Sound and Fury Book Reviews. As usual, I am Tina. Today I'm doing my April wrap-up and May What's Up. So in this video, I'm going to reveal my favorite book of the month and talk about the May the Force Be With You Readathon that I'm doing next month, so that'll be fun. So this month in April, I did Indie April. I had assumed that my favorite book of the month would be an indie title, as last year I read some spectacular ones, and I enjoyed all the ones I read this year as well. But my favorite book of the month actually ended up being The Justice of Kings by Richard Swan. I adored that book to no end. It's not a perfect book, but I was obsessed with it, so it has to win. So sorry, every indie author, I feel bad. Now, I never talked about this in previous videos because I was kind of something I was only doing on my Instagram, but I think I'll just port it over here as well. So my favorite book for January was an indie title, actually, The Crew, and February was Children of Time, and March was Hell's 8. So this means my favorite book for the quarter was Children of Time. That was a really hard choice because Hell's 8 was amazing too. This means, if you didn't figure it out from the charts that have been thrown up here, my book battle is monthly and then quarterly, and then the finals in December will be the top of each one from each quarter. So let's see if anything will beat Children of Time. I don't know. Maybe The Justice of Kings. I haven't decided yet. As a wrap up for this month, I read 10 books this month, which is wild to me. I read The Marigold, which I really liked. Mickey 7 was a lot of fun. It was also a really fun video to make. Revolution World was one of my indie Aprils. Telos, which is a classic sci-fi that was kind of like meh. Justice of Kings, as I said, I listened to that on audiobook. Above the Storm was a kind of military fantasy book that was fun but very long. Transient Pulse was a short and sweet post-apocalyptic thriller that I really liked. Stellar Instinct was a spy-fi. That was that one was cool. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. Unamity is kind of like a, not cyberpunk, but like a virtual reality kind of like literary kind of almost in a way. It was really interesting, and yeah. Prince of the Wasteland, which I just reviewed the other day, that was a very dark and violent post-apocalyptic book that was like mesmerizing. So yeah, that's all the books that I read. You can find all of the reviews on my channel. And yeah, so next month I'm going to be doing the May the Force Be With You Readathon. Last year I kept forgetting to talk about it in my reviews, so this year I'm going to be more on top of it and let you know kind of how I'm progressing. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the readathon because it's not complicated, but there's like a lot to it. It involves picking, which side of the Force you want to work your way through, whether you want to get to, Jedi Master or Dark Lord of the Sith. Of course I'm going with the dark side, of course I am. And then you also get to pick, like, if you have any partners, like droids or bounty hunters, if you have a weapon, kind of like what your species is. It's a lot of fun. So if you want to learn about it or maybe join in with it, Erik's video, I've linked it below, is obviously explains the whole thing, and it's really fun. So here's the books that I plan on reading next month for the readathon and just in general. So, Raybearer. This is kind of a cheat because I actually finished listening to it already, but, books I read the last few days of May aren't going to count to the readathon, so I think it evens out. Besides, I'm the dark side, right? I can do what I want. So, Raybearer is a fantasy novel. It is YA, which I was not expecting, and my review is coming up next week. After that, I have two old school classic sci-fis this month I'm going to try to get to. The first is Siege Perilous by, Lester Del Rey, which is kind of like the space station's being taken over by a mysterious force. And then I'm going to choose between either Tech War by William Shatner, the Shat himself, he's on the back, because it's a book by William Shatner. I have to give this a chance. And then there's also this one called Star of Danger by Marion Zimmer Bradley, and I think there's something with her that is problematic. People that are descendants of a long-lost colony ship, and then there's other people showing up. And anyway, I'm very interested in this one, so we'll see which one I pick. Then I'm going to read Through the Whispering Door if my library can get it to me on time. If not, I'm going to bump up reading The Surviving Sky, which I was just approved for on NetGalley. If not, I'll be reviewing that one early June, like the first week of June. I'm listening to The Tyranny of Faith right now, so you're going to get that as well. I have a small indie novella, kind of like 3 short stories I'm going to sneak in there, called The Hero, the Fear, and The Date. Then I have 2 ECW Press books, because they reached out to me and asked if I would review anything, and I was like, I will take anything you're willing to give me. One is called Tidy Apocalypse, and the other is called We Meant Well. I don't think I'm going to get to both of them. I'm going to get to at least one, though. And I also have Maeve Fly, a horror arc from NetGalley that I've had forever that I need to get done. I'm going to get that one done probably near the end of the month. I also, because I'm a crazy person, I requested Anne Leckie's translation state. She is the author of Ancillary Justice, so I'm very excited that they approved me for that one, but the release date is very soon, so I'm going to have to probably read that one next, I guess. And lastly, I'm also part of the book tour for the indie title Stargun Messenger because it looks cool and it sounds cool. So yeah, those are all the books that I plan on reading. We'll see if I get to more of them, if I even get to all of them. If I happen to get through all of that, I also have my library ordering in The Terraformers, Lone Women, and Some Desperate Glory. So I don't know if they'll even come in time for me to read them for this, but I'm kind of hoping they do. So yeah, a very fun, busy month coming up of reading, and I am very looking forward to sharing all of these book reviews with you. Let me know in the comments which of these you've heard of or are most interested in me reading. And if you want to give an opinion over whether I should read the William Shatner book or this other one, let me know, and I probably will just go with my gut. But I value your opinions. Thanks.